when you sign a retainer letter says, it outlines what your services are going to be and how you're going to get paid for it. There's a difference between getting paid on an hourly rate and taking a case on a contingency basis. Where I enter into an agreement with somebody on an hourly basis, I enter into a retainer letter, and it indicates what the hourly rate is. The difference between being paid on an hourly rate and a contingency agreement is that when you're getting paid on an hourly rate, you get paid on an hourly rate irrespective of the results. So win, lose, or draw, you're still going to pay your lawyer. On a contingency agreement, that's not the case. On a contingency agreement, the lawyer is agreeing to take on the claim, and he or she is only going to get paid a percentage of what's recovered if and when it's recovered. So, for instance, if you took a case on a contingency and you ultimately went to trial and the claim was dismissed, the lawyer could have put in tens and tens of hours of time, and they're not going to get paid anything. Under a contingency agreement, generally speaking, while the lawyer is prepared to take it on and gamble his or her time, at the very least they want to make sure they're covered for disbursements, so those are out-of-pocket expenses. When negotiating a settlement, obviously the lawyer is going to try to ensure that you get back all of your out-of-pocket expenses. But the client generally has to understand that if the claim is dismissed, the client potentially is going to be ordered to pay costs and disbursements. And not only the costs and disbursements of the other side, but the disbursements of the lawyer who acts for the party that's commenced the action. Costs that are ordered against a plaintiff, if they're not successful, are called party and party costs, and they're generally a fraction of what the actual defendant's lawyer's fees are. But again, that's only going to happen if you get to trial. And you lose. And as I indicated earlier, these cases, well, they could go to trial, and I have gone to trial, they generally don't. So they ultimately end up being settled, and it's part of my job, if I'm settling a case, whether it's on an hourly basis or on a contingency, to try to get the plaintiff back whatever they expended out of pocket.